What up? We're going to be playing some Nova today. Nova is a burst damage sniper. Her ability is a snipe, pinning shot, which slows them by 40%. Hollow decoy, which can drop decoys that look and kind of act like Nova, but usually don't. They just stand around and you just hope that they look like you. They usually do enough though, and they count as heroes if the enemy team wants to hit them and get stacks off them, so you got to be careful about that. I'm going to be taking Precision Strike as my heroic ability, which is amazing for wave clear, which is something Nova otherwise lacks. Triple Tap will usually fire 3 shots, but can also be interrupted by all sorts of things, including other heroes or structures or basically anything. So I don't like Triple Tap. In very rare instances I'll take that. Hopefully not today. Nova also has a permanent cloak, which means she cannot be targeted by auto attacks while she's in stealth. She's a little more difficult to see, but not really. Abilities can still target her. And most importantly, when she's stealthed, she gets a little bit of movement speed. Not as fast as being mounted, but better than nothing. The first talent I'm going to be taking is pinning shot range increase, which also increases my basic attack range, which is very important for Nova. The reason for that is because I want to keep my distance all the time, no matter what. Covert Ops would normally give me an extra slow. Pinning shot normally is a 40% slow. This would increase to 60%. This is a good talent, except for the fact it doesn't give more range. Advanced Cloaking just gives more movement speed and more mana, neither of which I care about. Stealth takes a second or 3 to activate, which means I don't even get any benefit until it does. So what's going to happen is I'm going to fire my pinning shot, I'm going to fire an auto attack, and then I need the opportunity to run away if I need to. At level 4, I'm going to be taking Hollow Stability, which increases the range of my decoys a lot. This is the most popular talent, which instead of increasing the range, it increases the cooldown and the mana cost. Nova does have mana problems, and the cooldown is very nice. However, I don't get a lot out of this one. Reducing the cooldown of Ghost Protocol, which gives me another decoy when I'm running away and instantly puts me in stealth, is a lot more valuable. So even more than the range, which gives me a lot more deception, which I like, is that reduced cooldown, which gives me more getaway options. Let me see if I can just... There we go. Ready for the game this time. I forgot it last stream. Hiding on the bottom there. Okay, we are playing on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I'm going to be taking Longshot. We have Nova, Nazebo, ETC. Decad will be our healer. Ragnaros versus Lily, their healer. Gul'dan, Diva, May, and Valera. Valera is also a stealth hero, a melee stealth hero. She could be a problem for me. Let's find out. I'm going to go straight to the jungle as everyone else goes toward the middle. I want to be as quiet as possible. Valera might be doing the same thing. If they end up down there, I might have to join them. But at the moment, I'm just looking for them to take off as much health as they can. And I will try to finish them off. I don't really want to give away my position, but I don't want to leave them alone either. This is not going to get a kill, I don't think. But it's going to put a lot of pressure on them. Diva thinks she has the upper hand here, but she doesn't. Deckard is dropping me some healing potions, which I now need. I don't want to do too much here. Except punish Valera, going in on my teammate. I'm dropping Close Protocol to try and get out of this. I don't think it's going to work. And I go down because Diva can move while attacking. Don't fret, Nazebo. We still have control here. There's pushing in our lanes, but it's not that bad. We do have to get back on our lanes. All we've got to do is get by our towers to make sure we kill those minions. They're still trying to push mid, but I don't care about that. What I really need is to make sure I get to level 7 early. We'll see why soon. Nobody's looking after the bottom lane, so I'm going to be doing that. While stealthed, I don't soak XP in the same way. I've got to almost walk on top of the globes unless I take myself out of stealth like I have now. I'm only going to stay down here for as long as it takes for somebody else to replace me. Generally, if Nova is in a lane on her own, it's a very bad sign. It means your team's doing something wrong. But it is still better than not farming XP at all. I want to see if I can make sure I can get this May at any cost. I'm not going to because I missed a shot and my whole team is being held up by this Valera. Okay, I'm going to drink by the fountain and go back to, not to bottom lane because Rehgar is there now. Pushing that lane very well. They're probably going to go down and try and stop him soon. Get one lucky snipe on Gul'dan and I'm going to go back. I cannot stand on these minions because he is able to attack through that. But I do want to do some damage to him. I'm just going to place my decoy right there so I can see what's going on. I'm very, very low on health. Deckard is wanting me to get out, and that's a good idea. I'm very concerned about this Diva pushing this lane and uncontested. She can do a lot of damage if she's left there. I've now taken the decoy range ability. My decoys cannot soak XP. I can do absolutely nothing if Diva keeps punishing me like that. So I'm under the protection of my fort, which did save me there. I've soaked the XP, so I'm going to keep roaming as much as I can. And try to get some snipes in. Nova's big strength here is locking down kills like that. She has good damage. I want to make use of it. But the first priority has to be getting to level 7. Once I hit level 7, I'm not going to be able to do much in the way of laning like I am now. I can sit in the lane, but my damage is going to be terrible. Okay, I've cleared that lane, so I want to get out straight away. I'm now going to take anti-armor shells, which mean I will hit much harder, but it will take a long time between shots. That means I'm going to be much burstier from now on, which is exactly what I want. Oh, they know where I am. And they're chasing me down. Oh, don't like this at all. I think I'm going to die. My decoys now also do more damage. Hopefully I put May in a compromising enough position there so that my teammates can capitalize, but they have a lot of firepower there. ETC trying to lock her down, Deckard trying to give them some support, Nazebo facing the wrong way trying to zone these other teammates out. Looks like May's going to get away. She does have a slide to get out, but they do get her. Diva's also got those boosters to get out of trouble if she needs to. Gul'dan very, very low. I don't think we can get her though. The damage dealers on my team are Nazebo, myself, and Ragnaros. I don't see Ragnaros anywhere. But I need to make sure that Valera doesn't terrorize my team. I'll lock her down right there with the help of Nazebo. Alright, Gul'dan can cover Diva's getaway very well there. I need to get out because I'm very low on health. We do have enough to hand in, and we do. Our web weavers are on their way. I don't know what Maze thinks she's going to accomplish here. The enemy team is in a very compromising position. We can kill almost any of them if we try hard enough, but we are not quite together. I make the mistake of walking on those minions again and again. Deckard is throwing out those healing potions if I need it, but I would just want to get out. Those healing potions can be saved for other teammates when they need them. Valera is still terrorizing our backline. I've got to make sure that stops. I'm probably going to try and focus her a lot more. She is going to be a bit difficult to see. I did see her down in the bottom lane. I'm not going to go after her there because there's no danger. May locks me down. I don't really care too much. I need my distance anyway. Drops her self-destruct behind us, but we aren't really looking to leave. If anything, we're looking to push. Our bottom lane web weaver is about to drop. That is okay. We'll see how much damage it did. I want to make sure Valeris stays in the back there. I've got to be careful. Anyone I hit here is going to... Diva won't leave me alone here. Diva doing a great job body blocking me almost to the minute. Nazebo just pushing the top lane. I hope Deck can get out of that. I really can't help him. Now my snipe cannot go through minions. He drops a Horrify, which forces me to flee toward him. I can't do anything about that, so I go down. Bottom lane looked like it started to get pushed in, but they gave up the ghost. I think they're going to hand in here. They do. Not a lot we could do about that. 3 versus 5 at best. Nazebo doing a very good job pushing that top lane. I don't think he's going to get it all the way, but that is okay. We can sort that out later. Enemy team takes the siege mercs in the bottom lane. Nazebo is getting heavily punished in the top. I don't know what was going on up there. Doesn't seem too happy about it. Right. Me pushing this, defending this lane is not great. As soon as it goes down, I'm going to go to the top lane. Actually, I'm going to drop my precision strike for full wave clear and try and defend this tower as much as I can. I don't want to... I'm going to get that one too. So I see Gul'dan and Diva and May in the top lane. Trying to get Gul'dan down completely, hopefully before he drains enough life. He goes down, but so does my teammate, unfortunately. How can I save this guy? I can't. May and Diva can just push in, even on me. What can I do here? I'm the only one left alive. Valera is trying to chase me down from the middle lane. I really need her not to kill me here. I think we might even have to give up the top keep. I can't do much here. That's my wave clear. It's as good as it's going to get. I've got Valera right on me. I can no longer shoot. Or I can shoot, but it's not going to do much. That's okay. Lily is pushing the middle lane. Hopefully somebody gets onto that. Maybe I should do that. The enemy team does have enough to hand in again, though, which we really cannot have happen. And I think this is the priority over Lily pushing the bottom lane. I'm going to try and do as much as I can to stop Valera punishing my team. Nova and Decade get pushed with that. I don't think I was going to get out of that, so I dropped a precision strike on myself and hoped that the team would come down on me, and they did. They took some damage. I don't think it was enough. But there does seem to be a stalemate in the team fighting. Diva and May continuously pushing on the enemy team, giving their assassins a lot of extra push. ETC is pushing on their damage dealers though. If Ragnaros can push in, then maybe we can get a kill here. But not before he goes down. I'm back up. Deckard looks like he wants to help, but I think he might be too late now. I'm going to see if I can get down there, but I think I might run into the same problem. There's just nothing I can do to save him. I'll try to put that down, but... Well, a kill on Valera is not too bad considering the circumstances there. I think Nazebo's trying to push down this fort too hard. They can now hand in very easily. Decade and Ragnaros will be up in time for the push, but I think Nazebo's not going to survive. I'm going to try to go up there and help him. I want to give this Gul'dan something to worry about. I don't think I'm doing anything to him with that life drain active. He's pulled off the ice block, but that's not going to do much. I just want to punish Gul'dan and get out. Okay, so at this tier I'm going to take either Crippling Shot or Lethal Decoy. So I can either lower the armor or I can have my decoys do 3 times as much damage and make them a bit smarter. Nazebo is doing quite a lot. I feel like ETC is actually doing alright damage for a tank. I'm going to take Lethal Decoy and see if I can get some more mileage out of these Valera kills. I can't do anything with this Mosh. I can't kill Diva. They're going to chase me down. I hope they get out of this. That was a terrible team fight to take up. I'll try go back in to give them some weight, but I don't think it's going to be much. Looks like it was just enough though. They are getting another hand in. How are they doing that? Oh, Valera might have me here. Maybe I've gotten out of this by the skin of my teeth. Nazebo consistently does his own thing. I'm a bit worried about this. I don't know if we can pull through if he's doing that. He does have the highest hero damage, so he must be contributing and I'm not seeing it. That's okay. He is in trouble by Valera now. I'm going to try and help him. Alright. He's putting life drain on me. God, he's so low. I want to kill him. There he goes. Valera also in a lot of trouble. And possibly being saved by Lily. I don't think I'm going to push into that. That's a pretty dangerous spot. Ragnaros in the middle of 3 of them though. And all of us being terrorized continuously. Oh. ETC lands a mosh. I don't know how many of them were in that or how useful it actually was. All of us are pushed into an avalanche. If we don't get out of this, this is going to be very bad for us. Diva's bunny hop goes off and gets just as many stuns as she needed. Deckard dropping his own sleeps, but our core is in big trouble now and only Nazebo can really deal with it. Deckard and ETC are trying to do their best to deal with Valera. Ends in a stalemate. That's okay. Apart from defending the core, we should try to get this fort down. We should try to get these siege mercs. It's going to be a lot easier to defend once we get to level 20 and I get my upgrade for precision strike. When that happens, I'm going to get a second charge. Its cooldown is going to be reduced to 25 seconds, which is 25 seconds per charge. And I can store 2 of those, which is going to be great. Nazebo doesn't have his stacks for his level 20 yet. I don't want to kill his minions. But I do want to protect him from Valera. I can see Valera's terrorizing him in the bottom lane again. Valera goes down. I don't think she was expecting us there. I've taken the second charge of Precision Strike. Lava Wave goes through in the top lane. I don't want to put down a charge of Precision Strike on there yet. What's happening here? ETC, you're not doing anything back there, buddy. I want to make sure that this Gul'dan knows he's made several mistakes there. Trying to chase our healer down. ETC went down. I don't really know what his plan was there. He went deep into enemy territory and it didn't pay off by the look of things. He did buy us enough time to kill Gul'dan, so it wasn't for naught. I'm going to back out of this. I want to bait them back toward us, especially while Nazebo's doing his farming. I'm not going to give him the top lane. We need to push that out. I do need mana because I have been very low on mana. I've been managing my mana pretty well during this game, so I don't mind that. We do have to try and protect this tower. I'm not getting much mileage out of that precision strike. That's okay though. It might be enough. Oh, Valera hurt me. I'm leaving. I don't have another precision strike yet to help them. That's okay. They're doing okay. I am going to drop another one if they can't hold it though. I'm scared for ETC. He's not doing too bad, but oh Jesus, I think that self-destruct is going to do a lot. Now's the time to punish them. That was a great move by Ragnaros, covering that tower. Keep. The enemy team must know we're here. Nazebo's still on his own there. I don't know what Gul'dan was thinking there. She had to have known we were there, surely. He didn't even check it. Okay. They didn't know what they were doing. We're now going for the boss. We have an incredible advantage here. I do see Valera here though. We can't let her cause trouble for these guys on the boss. I do have 2 precision strike charges. I'm going to use one just to get some extra damage down and get this faster. I'm going to use another one down here. It's going to miss half of those minions, which probably means that keep's going to go down. That's okay. We don't have much of a choice. Maybe those minions can take that catapult. I don't think so. That's unfortunate, but we did get a boss. We did get the objective, which puts us in the most advantageous position we can possibly be in at this point. The enemy middle fort goes down, and now we are going to be pushing with web weavers in all our lanes. I think the boss is about to die. Oh, it's still doing okay. It's still got quite a lot of health on it. I'm going to drop another precision strike right there too, so that the enemy can't really halt our progress as much as they could. I do want to get this Gul'dan dead, even more so than this Valero who's killing me. That's okay. It didn't work. The lanes are still getting pushed out. Diva bunny hopping our team, and now our team is in a lot of trouble. They have to retreat really hard. ETC gets stunned out of his mosh pit. I'm pretty sure that went on cooldown as well. Ragnaros could be in some trouble once he gets out of this fort. But the enemy is forced to defend because now I think they are getting web weavers on their core. Only the top one, and the bottom one's not going to do too much. That's okay. That was still a really good push. We did get the top keep down, half of the mid keep. The enemy team has 4 up. We have 2 up, which is a little scary. Ideally, we'd be going for this siege camp, but I don't know. I'm not too sure what these guys are doing. I think they're stumbling a little bit, wondering what to do themselves. The enemy team is missing except for that Valera. Valera goes down. Precision strike doing its job. I'm going to drop another one in the top lane so that those minions can keep pushing even if we do nothing else but defend. If we can get the defense on the mid lane, it would be good. The bottom lane doesn't matter. That's just a distraction. I really need my team to come help me. I'm not too sure what they're doing there. I know they're scared and they want to defend, but this is a pretty big push. I'm even going to drop another precision strike here, even though we are right here defending it. That's not something I like to do, but sometimes it's worth it. Enemy team does have almost enough to... Okay, hang on, I'm scared. Gul'dan is really zoning me out. I'm going to take one of Deckard's heals. We are going to kill the enemy team. Only Diva's left with Leoric coming back up. That's not a big deal. I'm going to drop another precision charge right down there as soon as we can get it, which leaves the bottom a lot safer. We really need to kill the core as quickly as we can. We have 30 seconds to kill their core. We don't even have to get the keep. It's a bit more precarious now that the enemy's got the objective. It might just be safer to take this down. I don't really think that's the right call, but we are very scared. We cannot have the web weavers get on our core. If they do team up us somehow, especially with Valera up, we'll be in big strife. We have to get to the other lanes or we have to get to the core. We've got to make a decision here. And I don't know what they want to do, to be honest. This is very scary. Nazebo is not with us. He's one of our damage dealers. I'm a little scared. I think we had our opportunity and we squandered it. So now we're committed to defending. That wasn't a well-aimed precision strike. I'm very worried about our team in the bottom lane. I've got to help them. The enemy team is really getting a very good push in the middle lane there. But May is overextending quite a lot, so... Gul'dan was continually pressuring me there. I didn't notice until it was too late. Yeah. These two are very low as well. Gul'dan, I really think, is the big threat here with the most hero damage. May's able to push. She's getting some decent damage herself, but really what we need to prioritize is our defense. I don't think any of our lanes are pushed in at all. No, they're pushing back toward us. Nazebo must have his stacks now. He does. He's going to spider build. And he's got his stacks on those as well, so he's at maximum power. The enemy team might go for the boss. I don't think they've got the damage for it. Diva's certainly preparing for the boss, I'm pretty sure. There's not really a good reason to just be pushing that top lane except for the boss take. I don't want Nazeebo to be too distracted in that bottom lane. And I don't want those catapults to end up on our core like they seem to be doing. If they keep going. Enemy team is heading toward the boss. It's clear they did want to take it. Valera thinks she's fooling me with that. Hang on, I've got to concentrate a little here. Alright, I do see Valera harassing her healer. That can't be allowed to happen. I'm very low on mana though. I can't use any of my abilities anymore except for Ghost Protocol. Gonna tell my team I'm out of mana and leave. ETC really wants to get that kill on Lily. I think he's gonna get it, but she's got fast feet and I don't... No, she's not gonna get it. If we can, we should take the boss. Huge attack wave on their core. If I can just keep putting pressure there, that might give us the time we need to take this. Okay, I'm not going to kill anything yet. I want more information on what's going on here. The boss gets taken by us. I'm going to drop one more precision strike on the bottom lane, and that's probably as much as I'm going to do in terms of defense. We really need to try and get the core now. It's now level 26, and we're doing a lot of damage. I think the team is a lot more focused on what we wanted. Gul'dan goes down, which is a big problem for them considering he was doing most damage. I see Valera lurking around here. I'm going to do one precision strike there and one there, and I think we're good. GG to the friendly team. We loved it. That's the Nazeebo who was on his own for most of the time. Usually gets MVP when you do that, so I think the healer did a good job, personally. Just saying. I didn't take his heals all that much, that's fine. So in that game I took long shot, hollow stability, anti-armor shells for the extra burst, precision strike, which will let me do that lot of that wave clear, double tap, which let me slow them with 2 charges instead of 1. The extra cooldown did not matter. Lethal decoy, which made my decoys do 30% of my damage. Usually it's 10%. And precision barrage, which reduces the cooldown drastically and gave me a second charge. Awesome. All right, for my next game, I'm going to be doing... let's see, who should I pick? So my last one, I did Diva and Nazeebo and Varian. I might play a healer. Let's play some Rehgar. So Rehgar's abilities are the chain heal, which heals multiple heroes on a 8-second cooldown. 8 seconds is quite a long time when you're waiting for heals. It's not a huge heal, especially at the beginning of the game. It does pay off a bit later. Lightning Shield, which does a bit of damage to anyone in melee for 5 seconds. Earthbound Totem, which gives a slowing aura in a certain radius My first talent is going to allow me to move that totem as well, so that's going to give me a lot of power. And during the game, we're going to be able to upgrade that as well. Purge, which is a cleanse, basically removing any slows or stuns or roots. You can use it on an enemy hero to slow them by 80%, which is a huge slow, but it usually has more defensive value than offensive value. So we've got Rehgar, ETC, the Lost Vikings, our best friends, Asmodin and Sergeant Hammer, facing off against Brightwing, Thrall, Varian, Probius, and Jaina. The Lost Vikings are actually 3 heroes, Eric, Balog, and Olaf. They're mostly used to soak lanes while the other 4 heroes hunt for kills, which is going to be difficult because one of ours is a tank that doesn't want to move. I'm going to be taking Colossal Totem first, which is going to allow me to move my totem and increase its area and health, so they can't kill it quite as easily. Going to see how we go as we move into the lane behind ETC just above me and Asmo down below me. I don't want Probius to be hunting us down with those turrets, so I'm going to destroy them if I can do so safely. I can see Sergeant Hammer behind me needs a heal, but like I said, it's a pretty slow cooldown. I'm going to try and make sure that pylon goes down so that Probius can't restore mana, which he's going to lose very quickly. It looks like our strategy here is just to protect Hammer in the middle lane, but we are taking a lot of risks here. I want to make sure my team knows what my cooldown is on this heal. I don't want them thinking, why isn't a healer healing us? I don't think these players are doing that, but in the heat of the moment, they might be expecting heals, and I want to temper those expectations. We very barely made it out with Sergeant Hammer's life there. Now she's only taken a drink from the fountain. I think that's a mistake. We're very low here. I'm not going to be able to heal her up much more than that. My mana's going down. I'm going to put one more heal on her. These guys are still fighting in the middle of the lane. I'm out of mana. I've got to go back. I don't have a choice. These guys are not going to get any healing from me. Level 4, I'm going to take Earth-Living Enchant, which lets me heal heroes that are dying for an extra bit of healing, which is going to help them, give them some sustain. The Vikings are doing fine. Eric is sitting there at the top. Olaf is in trouble. I'm not going to go up to heal him. That's going to be his responsibility to deal with that for now. If he's in trouble, we can go help him. For now, I've got to make sure I help these guys here. What happened in the bottom lane? Eric's down. If I have to, I'll go to lane. I don't mind if we lose that. If we're losing that XP, then we're in a lot of trouble. We're probably spending too much focus in that middle lane without watching what the Vikings are doing. That is a huge push in the top lane, and then the objective is in the bottom. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should leave the tribute. I don't think so. I've got Brightwing right here. Neither of us can take it, but that means neither of the enemy teams have healers either. I'm now getting accosted 2-1. I'm going to punish Varian with this... I'm really trying to get out of this. Varian is a taunt Varian. Okay, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to try and channel. Varian has to come back if he wants to stop me. Or maybe Prometheus can just stop me. There's really a lot they can do to stop me here, and I don't really want to die like I probably am about to. I've got to go back and use my fountain. That's why I didn't have a drink before. If we lose this tribute, it's not a big deal. It's just most important that we stall as much as we can. Me dying is not ideal though. I shouldn't have been there. My team really backed out. Nobody defended the top lane. We've now lost their 2 towers. The Vikings thought to come down as well instead of defend. We are still pushing, so even though we got a lot of deaths on our hands now, we are still an equivalent in levels. Okay, I think I'm going to empower Purge to give heals whenever I remove a slow or a stun. That wasn't happening before. Usually it would just remove the condition. That would be it. I'm going to go to the bottom lane now. It's being heavily pushed in by Probius. Probius can really push a lane in if nobody deals with it, as we can see right now. Probius can't operate if he doesn't have a nearby pylon. His mana will drop drastically, so there it is. He can place a new one down on, I think it's a 20-second cooldown-ish, but I know he's not going to want to do that. He's just going to want to run away from me. That's his status quo. Okay, I've got to try and help my team as much as possible. I don't know what's happened to the Vikings. They're meant to be helping us here. I've got to try and punish this Varian, even if he gets a kill on who was that? Asmodon? It didn't work out. That's okay. Alright, the Vikings clearly have a problem in the top lane. We are going to lose this top lane if we don't defend it. We have so much focus in the middle lane that if we don't avert our focus here, then we're going to be in trouble. I'm the healer here, and I'm doing as much defense as I can against 2 heroes with the help of the fort. It's going to have to be enough. I prefer Bloodlust as my heroic of choice on Rehgar, but I think this is going to have to be an ancestral game. Sergeant Hammer's getting frustrated with somebody in the bottom lane, ETC. I don't know. We're having problems in both the top and bottom lanes, so it's not a terrible plan. I don't know if a Viking can deal with Probius. Near the tribute, we've got ETC and the Vikings versus Varian, Probius, and Brightwing, who are formidable. I'm going to pick Ancestral for sure now. Sergeant Hammer really needs to come help us here, otherwise we are going to lose this tribute on an important tribute. I think he's seen what's going on, but I think it's probably too late. I just want to try and lure them into Hammer's range, but Hammer's now in trouble himself. I'm in trouble. I can't really dive in like that. I'd had to because I thought pulling away was not the right move. We are getting picked off though. The enemy team will get the tribute. Sergeant Hammer clearly doesn't think we can make it and is doing his own thing now. What he was doing was not that bad, but we are now cursed. It's better than dying and being cursed. We now have the enemy team walking up to the to our keep in the top lane. What's going to happen now is that the enemy team is going to have. I try to pop off an ancestral to get out of that, but that taunt is very strong, and the enemy team is capitalizing with their damage very, very much. ETC is now trying to push on them. It seems too late. He tried to stage dive on top of them, but I think he miscalculated their position. We do still have a lot of minions in the top lane. Looks like Balog's going back to deal with that. Varian really is is clearly feeling very confident to be doing what he's doing. Thrall giving Olaf a bad time in the bottom lane. I don't think Eric down there is going to have much of a better time either. We need to start considering getting mercs like the enemy team is now that we've reached level 13. Pushing down the lanes is not going to do a whole lot. At some point we do need to consider getting those forts down, but without mercs I don't think we're going to have much of a chance to do so. I am going to be taking the faster heals. I do not want Varian to take advantage of that taunt again. Their healer goes down, taking advantage of their cockiness a little bit here. Now Sergeant Hammer needs to move up if we're going to do any progress here. I don't know if he's going to. He may not. We need them to start struggling more here. ETC wants to back out, I guess. Thrall with the nasty push in the bottom lane. They're all going the bottom lane. If we're not going to defend this properly, then we need to be able to push somewhere else. I don't know if Sergeant Hammer has the right idea here. I'm just going to try what I've done in the top lane and try to push them out with the help of the fort. It might be enough if they follow me in. I don't know. They've got a lot of damage here. Asmodin in the top lane. Sergeant Hammer. Oh, is AFKing? No. He just had to go back to heal. Yeah, this is a little bit scary, to be honest. A lot of what we're doing is not working. Usually I find that our fights are either me and ETC and one of our damage dealers, and the Vikings are really not keeping up with the XP. I don't think it's their fault, but they're just being pushed back very heavily. I am going to take... This is pretty hard to pick. I'm going to pick Hunger of the Wolf, which is a damage dealing talent. I can see my team is really struggling here, but they have so much intel on what's going on. They've now lost their healer. I'm trying to heal you, Asmodin. I get him just in time, but we are still so low. There's so much crap on this bottom lane, my god. I'm still taking a lot of damage, even though there's almost nothing here. Alright. Okay. We still need to defend all of our lanes. Bottom is in the best position at the moment. The Vikings can handle top. Excuse me. Alright, there is some bruises now being taken. Friendly bruises being taken by the enemy team. I don't even know where they were. They must be on our boss now. There's not a lot we can do about it. Hopefully the two down the bottom can handle the tribute on their own. There's really not a lot of choice. Thrall fighting Asmodin down there. I see one of the Vikings there, and I'm going to be on my way in just a second. Which is good because Thrall's heal is there as well. I'm going to drop a slow on Thrall. We need to punish him very, very hard. Oh, Thrall on a scratch of healing now. Asmodin is taking the tribute, which is nice, I guess. Usually when we're in a team fight scenario like this, we really need the Vikings to be taking those tributes. And we need Varian taken out of the picture because he is being way too impactful. Sergeant Hammer stuck defending the middle lane by the looks of things. This pylon that Probius has activated. That's not going to do much. He's dead now, but I don't want it there, even for the vision. I hope it was the right choice. I'm going to give ETC my Ancestral as he just flees anyway, leaving our team to deal with this crap on our own. I'm going to use Purge on Thrall now. I don't care. We need to make sure we lock down these kills. ETC does have the same idea here, and we get a full team wipe. We really need to take the boss right now. This is so important. Oh my god. Please, Sergeant Hammer. What just happened? Somebody killed a Viking? Sergeant Hammer is not cooperating. He's going to the tribute instead. I hope that's the right move. We do have some siege mercs on our top lane as well. Very scarily, Varian is now here. The enemy team is all starting to come up. I don't have any heals. I've got nothing in the tank left. I hope these others can deal with this. Did we get the boss? I can't tell. We did. But I'm going to try as hard as I can to get out now. Whoever that is. Olaf, he can cover my retreat. Thanks, buddy. Oh my god. There was not much I could do there. We really did need our damage dealers to help with that. Okay, I am going to take probably the second Ancestral. Yeah, having 2 Ancestrals in an area sounds really good. I'm going to go help take our boss now. This is going to give us our next best advantage. It doesn't matter too much that we got rooted by that. I really wish I weren't standing at the entryway, but that's okay. That's okay. This is good. Alright, we will have to watch these bruises making their way down our bottom lane as the objective is in the top half of the map. Sergeant Hammer still taking tributes. That's a Viking job. The Vikings are with us. I only see 3 Vikings. Now we can't do as much damage as Hammer can. So basically what I'm trying to do here is bait them to hit me instead of anyone else. Okay, we've got some damage. Oh no, I should have healed the tank. I didn't see him there. There was so much chaos. Alright, I'm trying to leave. No! Thrall committed to killing me. Sergeant Hammer's still on his own. I hope he can get the push he needs to make up for this. This is a team wipe except for Hammer. They're now coming for him in the middle lane. The boss is still on their course, so they will have to divert some of their attention. It could still be the right play. He does seem to have the time he needs. But she can't push in on that keep. If Varian gets in, I think Varian's going to get the kill. Let's have a look here. Yeah, especially with the team behind them, they can't really support. Top lane minions are moving in on the core. Especially during the curse, that's great. We'll have to see how this goes. Olaf is in real trouble. He's not going to win that fight against Thrall. What is Sergeant Hammer doing? Just waiting. I don't understand. What's happening? It could just be getting sight on the enemy team. I feel like that's put her in a real vulnerable position though. We do have to defend this bruiser camp now because I think they will invade. I see Thrall there as well. And Varian. Oh no, this is turning into a disaster. We have to make sure we can all get out of this. I have to go in and help my tank, otherwise he will die. I'm going to have to burn my abilities on it. I don't have a choice. We must survive this. Every time I go in to attack Varian, he just demolishes me. Oh, ETC might die anyway. I think he was trying to protect us. We get a free mosh pit, but we're not going to take any advantage of it. One globe, that's not going to be enough. It might not have been enough anyway. So now we're on 40, 50-second death timers. The enemy doesn't have a lot to do. They can take that bruiser camp and they can push down a lane. 4 of them are up and they do have enough to push. Jaina in the bottom just pushing out the lane so that they don't get minions on their core. Our team's back on defense. Hopefully we can get this cohesiveness back together because this is looking a little scary even though we are winning. Especially with the Vikings. I don't really know what they're doing. They're sort of trying to team fight, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. We need the Vikings to deal with the mercs, but they're sort of trying to tank, which isn't an impossible strategy. Asmodin goes down before we can get back to him. Asmodin's getting a bit upset, but let's watch the replay on that one, folks, to see if there's anything I could have done. I don't think so. All right. I don't think going for this tribute is a good idea. I think we've got to stay in defense mode. Even stalling for 24 seconds I don't think is going to help. Sergeant Hammer is still hesitant on helping us. Can we do anything here? All right. Sergeant Hammer is in a lot of trouble. She knows that we've got to be defending now, I think. Looks like we are still kind of trying to stall them, though. Is ETC still down there? I didn't see him. I'm now in the middle of all of them, and that's not good at all. Alright, our team is cursed. We now have to put all our energy into defending. Varian is pushing in the bottom lane, uncontested. I really hope Sergeant Hammer hasn't given up. Asmodin is not helping either. They're trying to do a counter push during the curse while they're on our core. My Ancestral doesn't go off in time. This is such a strange strategy. ETC and Sergeant Hammer are leading the push here with a couple of the Vikings while Asmo and Baelog take the boss. Now it does put pressure on the enemy team to win quickly, otherwise that boss will make its way to their core. The enemy Probius sets off these pylons again to attack, which they can't do anything about. ETC goes down for a free mosh. But Varian is still on his reign of terror. The Vikings all go down. We now have the 2 damage dealers left to defend. These two hate each other. I don't know what is going to happen here. I feel like all they've got to do is stall. The friendly boss is on their core. Jaina and Brightwing went back to defend, so it looks like this defense will be successful thanks to that boss. It is almost like these two just knew that our defense would not be enough. I want to give this Asmodin a lot more support because he's not very pleased with me at the moment. All right, we're not going to chase him down. My running speed is not faster than my mount speed. This is extremely scary. The enemy team knows we're here. And we don't have a full team. We are very split up. We're going to have to be... I could do nothing there. My Ancestral is still on a long cooldown. Now, the enemy team doesn't actually need to... do anything here. I've got to get out of this. Varian is destroying me. The enemy team knows it. I can't do anything about it. It's the Vikings left to capitalise on the mosh pit, along with Sergeant Hammer's wrecking ball. Sergeant Hammer can see that's a lost battle, but goes back to the middle lane. I think she knows she's got to defend now, because this has got to be... I'm going to have to mute that guy. Jesus. Sergeant Hammer now having to defend the core on her own. I don't think this is going to work. Although it could. That's a lot of damage she put down. She definitely can't do it if she stays in that spot. She will have to make sure she's in range of all of them. Only Jaina is a ranged damage dealer, and she has to be closer. I can't believe this defense is working. There was 4 of them there. even if Hammer was hitting one of them, the rest could have done so much more. That is great for us. All right, we're all back up. 2 of the enemy team is down. We could potentially take a run at their core right now if we wanted to. Both of our damage dealers are up, Asmodin and Sergeant Hammer. This tribute is not going to do anything for us just yet. I'm going to follow ETC and ask our team to group. I don't think they will, but hopefully they do. We only have to deal with Probius and Probius, Jaina, and Brightwing, which isn't that bad at all. Friendly team wants to go for the boss. That's fine. The enemy team probably knows we're doing it. Even if they see us, it's not that bad. I'm going to heal myself along with anyone in range. There's a lot of crap being laid down here by Probius. It doesn't matter. We've got the core. We've got the boss. Oh my god, I've got to stay out of these circles. Otherwise, that's going to hurt a lot. We've got to punish this thrall very hard, and we do. This variant is the last thing that could stop us. This, I've got to say, this ETC is doing a great job with the body blocks. Look at how long he took to go down. We just have to hit the core. We don't need that keep, guys. Let's just push in. Friendly team gets the message even though they can't hear me. And the game is ours. I just keep saying it. You just got to believe. Comebacks do happen even in the darkest days. The Vikings getting the MVP. That's nice. I like it. They were pretty good Vikings. I'm going to give it to them. I don't know what these guys are still getting mad at each other about. We won the game, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. All right. So that was Nova and Rehgar. Sorry, Rehgar. I keep saying his name wrong. We're going to do one more. I think we're going to do maybe a bruiser. Should I do a bruiser? Did I even click bruiser? That's a tank. There's the bruisers. All right, let's do Leoric. Also known as Janitor Leoric with his skin. Isn't that great? This is what he normally looks like. Leoric's abilities are the skeletal swing, which does do some damage and slow the enemies by 40% for 2.5 seconds. I got to admit, I always forget that that does a slow, even though 40% is a big slow and 2.5 seconds is a long time. And if an enemy hero is hit, refund 50% of the cooldown and mana costs. And it is basically a minion killer. Skeletal swing being 12 seconds, that has a lot of different effects. I'll come back to that. Second ability is Drain Hope, which does percent damage and heals Leoric. if you can get the tricky skill shot. Wraithwalk lets him turn into a spirit and run away. That's reactivatable or cancelable, so you can go to a new position and you can't be stunned out of it. Leoric's trait is Undying, so that when he dies, he doesn't just have a death timer. He becomes a ghost with new abilities where he can slow an enemy down or a series of enemies down with his hammer or his mop. And he can also cheat death to come back to life a little quicker. He also has a cleave attack on his basic attack. The heroic I'll most likely be taking is Entomb. This is considered very powerful. It literally creates a wall which is a tomb. We'll see that in the game. March of the Black King, not quite as useful. It's a tankier heroic ability. Lets you swish your mop through the enemy team and heal a lot of health. I don't like it as much. It's kind of rarely useful. If you need more tankiness, then you probably should be playing a different hero. You don't know that until you're in the game. So maybe we'll take it, but I don't think so. At level 1, I'm going to be taking Osine Renewal. It's a free 30% heal over 5 seconds that I can activate any time I want. It has a 2-minute cooldown, which is super long, but I can lower its cooldown. The next best one is probably a 4% heal on. So this is what I was talking about with the Skeletal Swing. It's on a 12-second cooldown, reduced to 6 seconds if you hit a hero. And I guess with this ability, it becomes a 4-second swing. So if you can be in melee a lot, and I mean a lot, then maybe this is a better talent. But that's only a 4% heal compared to a 30% heal. So to get the same sort of value, you know, how many, that's what, 24, 28, 7 swings, 7.5 swings? I don't think that's happening, even within a 2-minute span. At level 4, I'm going to be taking Kneel Peasants, which let me do extra damage to mercenaries and monsters. So Leoric's role is going to be laning for the most part. I'm going to be an offlaner. I want to be on my own as much as possible, just so I can clear lanes and push down lanes. I'll help my team if they need it. But if I'm in a lane, I want to be able to use my very slow swings to kill those minions as quickly as possible. Level 7, I'm going to be taking a Drain Hope upgrade. Either my healing will be increased or my movement speed will be increased. The range is not as good. I won't worry about that one. The problem with Drain Hope is that it slows you down. Leoric's movement speed is reduced by 20% while this is active. So that talent there gets rid of the movement penalty. And even increases it? 30% movement speed. How about that? You actually become faster. But I tend to find the healing is better. Usually when I put Drain Hope on them, the enemy team doesn't want to run away. If they do want to run away, maybe I'll pick the other one. Just so I can keep Drain Hope on them a little longer. What have I done here? That's not right. There we go. Nice and tiny in the corner. All right. So I'm going to take Osine Renewal to start off with. We are Leoric, with Mephisto, Muradin, our tank, Zool, another bruiser, I'm also a bruiser, and Whitemane, our healer, versus Rehgar, their healer, Asmodin, Hoggar, Sergeant Hammer, and their tank is ETC. This is a really strange matchup. I'm not sure whose favourite's in. Sergeant Hammer has a lot of range, and all of us except for Mephisto and White Man, I guess, are melee. So I'm just going to start swinging my mop. Sergeant Hammer is already in the bottom lane, so I'm going to go straight down to her and make her life a misery. She didn't do much damage, which is good. She puts her protection up, I don't care. I think I scared her out of lane well enough. Friendly team also realizing she could be a problem. I don't want to take too much damage here. Leoric knocked me out as soon as I landed Drain Hope, which put that on cooldown. So I'm going to take a drink from the fountain. I'm going to try and bait that ability out this time. There it is. And punish her as much as I can. She can't compete with me. She's trying to get one more hit in. She does. Oh, these mines could be a problem. I didn't know she put those mines in the bush. I'm going to go back up to mid lane to see if I can help up there. I think they're okay though. I'm just going to get one swish just to damage these minions. So my friendly team is able to give me some help when I need some help as well. We have pushed that lane in enough. We don't have to keep pushing it in. I hope Zul's okay. He might be in a bit of trouble, but for now he's okay. That's interesting. There's a demon down here. I guess Sergeant Hammer's gone missing. There she is. That's okay. I do want that experience soak. I'm going to do the same thing. Try and bait out that knockback. I do. She's really cottoned on to what I'm doing now, though. I need some help to deal with this. Okay, I want to get those globes as much as I can because that's reducing the cooldown of my Osane Renewal. I can't do much on my own against Hammer, so I've got to help my team to at least try and get this lane as quickly as we can, especially before the objective. And especially since they took their mercs. We have got to do something about Hammer, even though the objective is right next to us. I'm now taking Neil Peasants, which is going to give me more damage on minions. Taking that globe. Only 20 seconds left on the heal. Well, White Mane heals me up as well. This Sergeant Hammer is likely not going to come to the objective, which probably gives us an advantage on it. I'm going to gather them all up so that I can go one swing. And I did an enormous amount of damage thanks to Neil Peasants, I think. Non-heroes, yes. Alright, enemy team is starting to come in. And doing a ridiculous amount of damage to everyone, including me. There's a lot of them in there. My healer doing work. I've got to make sure I protect her while we do this. That Hogger is giving me a lot of grief, though. I don't know why the enemy team is here. I missed my Drain Hope. It's pretty deceptive, honestly. All right, I'm going to go for another fountain. And then we're going to go back into the objective. We've got to make sure that this Hammer is dealt with. If she runs away, that's still good for us. ETC is really getting us up the objective, though. I've got to make sure that doesn't happen. This is it's actually not that close. We're losing pretty badly. I think Hoggar did a lot on that objective. We couldn't really do a whole lot about it. Muradin is in a lot of trouble in between all of them. I think I've actually body blocked him now. I don't know if I'm going to make it out of this, especially with that Punisher there. Can jump on us at any time and put a stun down on us. I'm going to take the healing on Drain Hope. Is anyone still out there? I don't think so. Okay, the Punisher goes down. I'm going to go to the top lane. I can see it's the most pushed in. Actually, no, I'm not. Zul's going up there, I think. Yeah, no, I'm going to deal with this. I don't want to lose all this XP that we are losing while these two get the push that they want. I do think mercs are a really important thing to do, but I think we need to make sure that we're not immediately under attack. Take that last XP globe. The middle lane is being heavily pushed in now by Asmod and Rehgar and ETC and whoever that fourth person is that I can't see. I really hope that wasn't my fault. Enemy team is putting a lot of pressure on us, but ETC goes down. Somehow Mephisto got out of that, and somehow Hogger almost survived, but he didn't. Everyone in the middle lane goes down on the enemy team, which is great for us. Muradin is looking to push those mercs, and I'm going to go down and help him in just a second, because that is a great idea. I'm going to pick up Entomb now, which is going to be excellent for trapping in Sergeant Hammer. I can't wait to do that. No, not back there. We need to get these, please. Good team, good team. Okay. We've got a pretty decisive push here. The enemy team might be on these bruises. I want to have a look if they are. I'm a little too late. That's okay. I don't want to take too much damage from these guys, though. I have nothing in the way of healing at the moment, which has now just changed. I've got heaps of healing. I'm going to try and punish Hogger for considering he can come in here. Who is that there? Muradin? No, get out. We can't fight in there. Alright, I'm going to activate my heal and clear these minions very quickly. I can see the team fight is happening. I'm draining life on ETC as he stuns me. Oh, I just want to kill ETC. He goes down. The whole team, almost the whole team goes down though. I'm just trying to lay down as much punishment as I can. This is very scary. I probably could have entombed Hogger there, but our options at the moment are very dicey. I want to go back and heal, but I can see the top lane is also going to be pushed in with this objective. I prefer that top lane gets pushed in the other way around. If our friendly team isn't there, oops, I want to get this as well. Then it's not much point me going in on my own anyway. In fact, alright, I'll go down and help them. We've got a very good push there on the bottom, top lane. At least until those bruises come, so this had better be very, very quick. I'm going to see if Muradin needs help over here, just defending over there. Hopefully I don't attract these monsters over that side. We've already completed half of this objective, so I don't think we're going to have any problems. We're already down to only 5 left. The enemy team really had no chance. They were very, very, very late. In fact, I hope they keep trying to come through and kill us. They're not going to. I just want to get this top lane defended. Oh, in the middle lane actually. Holy crap. Man, they are not putting a lot of effort into defending at all. They've got Sergeant Hammer and ETC down there, which might be enough. But they're more interested in pushing. At level 13, I'm going to be taking Spectral Leash, which is going to give me more auto attack power. I'm going to be able to heal and do % damage with every hit I have. I'm a little concerned about what's going on in that bottom lane. They are going to get a lot of mercenary push, but I want to be able to take advantage of this push we have in the top lane right now. Zul is in a completely untenable position. He's just got to defend that. We are getting a really good push here for free, which I want to take full advantage of. I don't care if I even take some damage here. I know Asmo's getting stacks, but if the top fort goes down, it doesn't even matter if the bottom fort goes down. That's still going to be an equal push. Now we've got a lot to worry about in the mid and the bottom lanes, but we can now take the time to defend against all of that. Especially, now's a good time to consider using Entomb. I don't know on who yet. I missed the Entomb, so that's not going to work out. I actually wanted to trap Hammer. I thought he'd left though. Pushing here is very, very, very dangerous. And our middle lane, I think, is going to go because of those bruises that we are not attending to. Oh, I really wanted to use my heal before I use my regular heal, and I totally missed White Mane also getting a push there. I'm really worried about that top lane. I'm too worried about it. I'm going to go help them. I'm not going to go help them. Those guys will have to deal with that on their own. I really want level 16, which is where my auto attacks get upgraded very much. And to do that, we need to make sure we max out our XP, hopefully without deaths. Enemy team gets 16 as they all go down. That was a very, very heavy push. They are going to get the bottom lane and probably our bruises. We can't do much about that. ETC now trying to capitalize on me being on my own. The whole enemy team surrounds me. Let's see how long I can last. This is not a question of if I will survive, but when I will die. But maybe I'll survive. You never know. You got to stay positive about these things, you know. In fact, while the enemy team's now gone for a run, I'm just gonna keep pushing a little bit here, just before I heal. With my level 16 talent, I'm now my attack speed has gone up, but I'm also looking for more minion kills. The more minions I kill, the faster my attack speed will be. Which means I'm now heavily looking to be on defense more than anyone else. The catapult counts as a minion, the Merc does not. I wonder if I can bring that a little closer. I can't. As I get more minion kills, this will become noticeably faster. Even while I'm dead, I'll get an advantage on that. Enemy team has won the objective. We've been at a disadvantage for a while here. We're just trying to play catch up. I am going to try and get the Punisher over unless Mirrodin wants to. We're not on the same page about that. We both get frozen. I just want to make sure I'm near these minions when they die, so I get the stacks. Especially Asmodeen's little demons. I want to make sure they don't go down. Sergeant Hammer, ETC, and Rehgar are pushing the top lane down. They're probably going to get it. They're now doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Sergeant Hammer wanted to get away. He probably will with Ancestral going off as well as Mosh Pit. I'm getting heavily punished myself here for that Entomb. That's okay. We still do get some kills out of it. Quite a lot of kills. That was almost the whole team. Is somebody still up there? Hogger goes down by the swing of my mace. Alright, I'm still looking for these minion kills. I'm going to go back and defend. The friendly team can all take care of that. So when this reaches, I think it's 100. It says up to 0.3% up to 30%. That sounds like 100 stacks. I am going to get a 3% permanent attack speed bonus. My attack speed is already going up. You can notice it as I push, and it is already almost finished. It is a very late game talent. I want them to come push their mercs instead of ours. We do still have an advantage. They're pushing that top lane very hard. They all have to do is back out and we'll be fine. Okay, so enemy team has Rehgar and ETC. I'm considering taking burn nearby enemies. I don't know what's going on up here at all. Where are they? I'm still trying to decide what to pick. I don't know. If I can bully them enough, then Burning Despair is a great talent, but I feel like maybe Silencing would be better? Maybe? I don't really know. I'm worried the enemy team will take those bruises, which will put us at a critical disadvantage. I don't know what they're doing in the bottom lane. I'm going to pop my heal. Probably not the greatest idea, but it's going to have to do. I do want to go for this objective right now. Don't worry about this too much, guys. This objective is ours to win. I don't know what our heal is doing in the bottom lane. All right, we've got to group these up, guys. Come on, group them up, group them up. Oops. I totally thought there was somebody there. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Wow, that was a bad entomb. Don't do entombs like that. Okay, what's it called? Frickin' Mithril Mace has allowed me to get that kill because I'm doing a lot of damage now. The enemy team is not expecting that. I'm just going to go after the enemy a little bit here while I can. We win the objective, so they're just looking for kills at the moment. I don't know why they're doing that. I think they knew they couldn't win that, but they weren't really pushing any other advantage. Our other lanes are pushed in. Is Zul going to take care of it? I think he is. I don't need any stacks anymore, so I'm just going to try help with the friendly push. I'm now the only damage dealer available, which is a bit scary. Can we take down this tower? The amount of damage I'm doing at level 21, really, really good. Let's get that out of the way too. Mirrodin pushing on his own. I'm a bit scared of that. I don't know if we're going to get as much value out of this as we think we're going to get. I'm going to take this mercenary camp. Is this the right move? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a long time till I get up there. The punish is still doing its job. And either way, we're going to get an advantage. Whether it's a better advantage, I don't know. But this is going to go down the middle lane. And I can push down the bottom lane. So at least we don't have to defend as much. And we're going to have better map control. Going now to the fort in the middle lane. Again, I don't think this is gonna have much of a problem taking this down. Enemy team will lose their fountain. Rehgar's gonna go down handily. Another missed entomb. That's so embarrassing. God. It's okay. I'm just making the enemy team think they're more cocky than they should be. ETC thought he had me in that mosh, but he didn't. Now we're gonna kill him. Oh my god. Did we get that bruiser camp? What happened? Oh my god. I've got to help them. Let's just push. Let's just push. Okay, hang on. Asmo's killing me a little bit here. Asmo's really causing us a lot of grief behind this tower. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but he's doing all sorts of crap to us. But not for long. Finally, an Entomb lands. Asmo goes down. He is now on staggered deaths, 30 seconds behind every other enemy hero. And I think we can probably even win right here if we play our cards right. The enemy core is still invulnerable, so we've got to take down at least one of these keeps. I'd like to take down that top one. It's closer to dying, but this one will be fine. I don't think we can take down the core. But I do want to give that middle lane every advantage it can get. Where is everyone? I can't see them. I don't want ETC to get another mosh. I think it's still on cooldown, but I don't know for sure. Alright. I'm going to signal to the team to get this mercenary camp while we can. Mirrodin can deal with the last of those. Oh, can he? Maybe not. He could be in trouble. Alright, I've got to go back real quick for him. Even if they do get the kill on him, we have to get the kill on at least one of them. No! What happened? What was that? It doesn't matter. He goes down anyway. Not the most ideal way to do that. All right, we're getting our first look now at my trait. I'm now cheating death. I'm off Asmodin. As long as I latch onto him, my death time is going to drop. Swing my mop to slow him down. Asmodin is a very long-range siege hero, so I think Mirrodin probably in trouble here. At least I'm keeping sight on him, so that Mirrodin knows exactly where they are. Frankly, it is amazing he got away from that. If I lose my Drain Hope, it still goes on... Drain Essence, sorry. It still goes on cooldown. This ETC is just... Like, Mirrodin's got all his life back. What do you think you're going to do? I am very, very scared now. Where are our damage dealers? Is it just me and Zul? Is this doable? They've finished half of their objective. Sergeant Hammer is not here. I do have to make sure that Asmo doesn't do what he wants to do. I think it's still anyone's game, but we're losing. We're losing this objective. But they haven't really made any progress on it, so I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Now we're in the lead. The enemy team is completely backed off now. We only need 5 more. 1 swing, 2 swings, and that objective that we should have lost is now ours. I really think that Asmodin kill earlier made the difference there. If Asmodin there, I think that would have been a very different outcome. I wish this Punisher was in a different lane. I'm not gonna... Actually, I am. I want Hammer dead. Oh, he is so screwed. Who was that who went in to help him? Rehgar. Oh my god, this is just beautiful. You couldn't make this up. Okay, Rehgar knocks me back. I can't do a whole lot about that. What I can do is get rid of all this crap that Asmodin's pouring on our Punisher so that it has maximum coverage. Oh, I don't care. I think this game is ours. The core is wailing on me, so I'm going to get out of that. And just keep wailing on the core, because that is GG. Leoric has some of the best smiley faces in the game. Oh, snap. Get those glasses on as the MPP. Let's spread the love. Damn, is that 3 votes? Come on, get out of the way. I want to see. Yeah, I don't care about people leaving the game. That's the attention's meant to be on the votes. Really good team. So that was Osane Renewal at 1. Neil Peasants, Willing Vessel, and Tomb. Spectral Leech for the extra healing and the... is it only extra healing? No, basic attack, steal, bonus damage, that's percent damage. Mithril Mace for the extra attack speed that gets ridiculous. That's 50% attack speed once that quest is done. And Buried Alive, which empowers Entomb to silence everything within it. Wow, the stats look good too. Okay, I think that is going to bring an end to the stream.